Hey there. Welcome back to Weekly Tips and Tactics. I hope that you're feeling super intrigued and inspired on this holiday weekend. So I want to give you some very useful things. If you don't have a pen and a paper, you may want to hit pause or listen and come back later and maybe take some notes. Anyway, we are all working in a direction towards life improvement. And I know that these journeys can get very exhausting. And a lot of times we feel like we are in this constant cycle of repair. So I want to talk to you a little bit about why that is, but really how you can identify what happens, because what happens is something very specific. So right now, stop and ask yourself if any of these statements sound like a common practice for you. I have to get better at that, whatever it is. I just need to stop doing that. I can't believe I did it again. I have failed yet one more time. I want blank in my life. I want joy. I want peace. I want control in my life. I wish I had the answers. I desire to succeed. Whatever those answers are, again, fill in the blank so that it applies to you, because that change and growth is difficult. But if you've been working on yourself and those are statements that you're still saying to yourself, we want to dive in and say, how can I stay on track, especially when things get going in a good direction? Because what happens is we get going in a good momentum, things are feeling good. We're like, oh, this is awesome. I don't have any issues or problems. And what happens is we stop focusing on our aspirations. We stop doing the things that were fostering the improvement to start out with. And we fall right back into that way that we did everything all along. And then now we get to insert repeating of cycle. So we have to learn how to halt the cycle that keeps us in a constant need of repair. So think about that. And then ask yourself, how deflated are you by your actions? And so I'm going to give you some very specific actions, and I want you to be very genuine and honest with yourself. How knee-jerk reactive do you still feel in your life? How emotionally reactive are you? Do you find yourself digging your heels in and needing to be right all the time? Are you still seeking something outside of you to soothe you? How prompted or triggered, to use a more mainstream word, how prompted are you? And what prompts you or triggers you to get irritated, agitated, annoyed, right? Because if you're feeling irritated, agitated, and annoyed, we want to look at that. Are you having cravings? And cravings can be for a lot of things. Are you craving shopping? Are you craving sugar? Are you craving alcohol? Are you craving, relief with something, right? Are you seeking? Are you just seeking? I need something. Are you seeking? How often do you have to redirect? How frequently do you feel centered and grounded in your life? Do you believe you have a balanced approach to daily living? And do your activities of daily living flow? Or are your activities of daily living lacking? Because if it feels like it's lacking for you. And last but not least, how are your dietary practices? So you want to ask yourself about each one of these things I listed off. Is it active? is it in progress, right? Maybe it's improved, but not where I want it to be. And some of these things maybe just don't apply to you, but you want to identify and you want to categorize those things that you still do that you wish you didn't, those things that are in a state of improvement so that you can celebrate yourself and take a look at how we can improve them further. And then what are those things that have improved? And taking that time to acknowledge why you're satisfied with where those are, because that's going to keep you from stopping doing them, right? Like that's gonna keep you in an active process with that. So I can't help you in your life with very specific things to dig in and dive in and see what these answers that maybe you're thinking about or that are swimming around in your mind right now. I can't help you if we don't have a conversation. It's completely safe. It's completely confidential, but you can jump over to the turningleafsrecovery.com homepage and you can grab a conversation with me. Right now the button says free consultation, but you can always find, there's places on the site for you to grab time with me. It is completely safe, completely secure. It doesn't hurt to have a conversation. Let me help you figure out where you are and what those next steps might be for you. Have an amazing week. Enjoy the holiday weekend. Be smart, be safe, treat yourself well. And come back next week feeling refreshed and renewed. Talk to you soon.